Time for another Reactathon. I'm going to check out a few artists during the next hour or so, and they might be varied in quality. We're going to find out together. The first one I'm going to check out is Dayseeker. So Dayseeker released a new song a couple days ago. I've not heard it yet. It's called Dreamstate. Let's go to the YouTube screen over here. And go. Dreamstate. Very pretty. Guitars are very controlled in the mix. Really prominent keyboard. Turn it up.
Always told me to keep you close. The feeling's fading when you're a ghost. I dream of colors that light your face, but real life.
I love the sound of the kick drum in this. So full. Such a great voice. Similar to Save Us. Nice. Bit of distortion on that last one. Cool ambience layers in this. So pop, but I dig it. Nice. Just catchy enough. Love that. Hinting at a bit of a breakdown. And still is quite controlled. Oh yeah, with the kick on every downbeat, along with the snare. That's the chorus, okay. When nothing is real, when I'm awake, the sun rises, but I know I'm afraid. Gotta work out if it's a double track vocal. Very atmospheric with the groove from the drums. Gives it a bit of energy. Leading with the snare. Makes it a little bit different. Uh-oh. Car's gonna go boom. Can we see it? See the explosion? Ah, teaser. I guess we're saving it for the next video, perhaps. I've just seen something in the related videos on this Sleep Token Doomsday Architects AI cover. I have to hear that. I might make that the next song to check out. Wasn't the plan, but what does that sound like? Okay, anyway, that was cool. Let's talk about it. I loved it because I love polished mainstream rock, as well as the heavy stuff and the hardcore and all the rest and the prog. So it was well honed. I think the guitars were quite low in the mix, again, to allow the pop element of that to shine through, the vocal to shine through, the kind of keyboard melody within there. I would have loved the guitars came up a bit more, had a little bit more of the rock element to back it up in the kind of verses, but that's small details. It's a small point as well, but I loved the sound of the kick drum. There was a nice, satisfying, overwhelming thud to it, but it had a little bit of a softness, but it was a full sound. It had a lot of spectrum to it. It wasn't just like hitting a piece of paper. It's hard to describe, but I fucking loved that. The drums themselves generally really helped that song out. Because if they were a little bit more quiet and chilled out, then it might have been a bit of a soft whatever song. But I think they helped to give it a bit of oomph, which it required in my view. Catchy, but not mad catchy. Enough that it's a good chorus. And they didn't just repeat the two repetitions they had at the start of the chorus. Melody-wise, they went for the second half in a different direction. I thought that was cool. Loved the final note he was hitting in that with a little bit of kind of a distorted rasp to it for that added emotive power. They're good at that. Had a little bit of a breakdown to it. A soft little breakdown, which I did enjoy. And then back to the chorus. It was kind of an extended chorus towards the end, which wasn't the most inventive thing in the world, but it was nice. It allowed you to sit in the atmosphere and the tone of that song for a little bit longer. I really dug it. I thought it was great. In terms of the rating of it, I don't know, man. It's somewhere between solid and delicious. I mean, I liked it a lot. I thought it was a pretty gorgeous song. You know, I'm gonna err on the side of positive. I'm gonna say that was not halfway decent. I hit the wrong button. I'm still getting used to OBS. It's this one. Delicious. I really dug that. I think that's a great song. Well crafted. It's hard to write melodies that are that satisfying, and the rest of it had enough intrigue in there. Oh, if the guitars can be a little bit louder, it would be fantastic, but yeah, somewhere between solid and delicious, and I'm going delicious out of a positive mindset currently, I guess you could say. Nice job, Dayseeker. Okay, now I have to check out this fucking sleep token thing. What is this? So obviously people are using AI to enjoy me. Can I refresh this page? I'm not digging the aspect ratio of that. That's better. Let me fix it in OBS. There we go. Whoop. All right, bring that down. Okay, this could be awful, but just for giggles, let's have a listen and see what this is. I don't know if this is worth the whole reaction, but fuck it. In case I end up clipping this for an individual video, apparently someone's made an Architect's AI cover version of Doomsday by Sleep Token. I have to hear this. Okay, and go. God, there's even a little breath in there. This is a really interesting concept. Early doors. What are they going to do with the voice?
Remember when hell had frozen over, the coastal burns underneath my skin.
It's close-ish.
The water is rising all around me, and there's nothing left I can give. All these sins I
There's something about the entry of that word all that works.
fire spread. Said you cheated death, but I was in my head.
Okay, it's not gonna be piano the
They
whole
say
way.
that you die young, nice and say
Oh, look at
what
this
is
reprised
done
piano.
is time, 'cause it's not enough. And when the night gives away, it's like a brand new doomsday. What will be, will be.
The problem
Every
is,
river flows into the sea.
it hasn't nailed Vessel's voice, really. It's
And when the night gives away,
It's got a bit of
it's
it.
like a brand new doomsday.
But it's basically Vessel with Sam Carter's voice in there. It's not just he's singing the same lyrics. It's a Vesselified Sam Carter voice, which is not Vessel.
The embers still glow when it's over. Gold in the flame burns bright.
I don't think this is really
have to
hitting.
rebuild, now it's over.
It's sort of,
Maybe none lost I can live.
it's kind of highlighting for me just how important the raw human vocal is and how inimitable it is in terms of the sustaining notes quality. Maybe AI cover stuff works better for cartoonish character voices and rap perhaps, because it's more, it understands voice more than it does the sung voice. It just isn't quite there yet. And it definitely is taking influence from Sam Carter's voice, which that plus Vessel is a unique thing. It doesn't sound like Vessel. It's Vessel-esque, which, yeah, not quite what I'm interested in. So I'm going to stop at that point, but listen to the rest of that in your own time if you're keen. But that was an interesting experiment. Okay, next song. Where's my playlist? Let me go back to that. Here we are. Okay. Do a quick refresh. Make sure you get the right aspect ratio. There we go. All right, so we're going to check out some Alpha Wolf. This was recommended to me by Rachel Reacts quite a while ago. Alpha Wolf featuring Holding Absence. Okay, actually, let's do a proper intro over here. So, I've heard a couple of songs by Alpha Wolf, and I've liked everything I've heard. It's kind of hardcore, but there's great grooves within it. This is a song called 6 Centimeters of Steel, requested, not really requested, but recommended rather, by Rachel Reacts a while ago, and I'm finally getting around to checking it out. It's featuring Holding Absence, who I know of. They're okay. I'm not a massive fan of them, but they're all right. So, let's have a listen and see what this is like. Let's go back to the beginning of it, and go. I like the notes in that. Ooh. Glorious tease of heaviness. Ouch. Turn this up with my headphones. Lovely snare work. More spacious than I expect from Alpha Wolf. Get it, drummer. Oh. Groovy. Oh my God. Yeah. The gap does it. Offbeat open hi-hat. The holding absence in there. Quite a rough sound to the voice of this. Oh, the guitars! These voices together work really well. This tempo takes me by surprise when it kicks in. How do we finish? Ooh, just a schmack of the floor, Tom. Oh, we're not done.
It's silent and still.
Uh-oh.
Beckoning a violent will.
Uh-oh.
Shadow as a breath. Lies imitate art, imitate death.
Ooh. It's a hard watch. Jesus Christ. then we're slowing down. My stomach hurts just looking at that, honestly. Jesus. Wow. Stop. Stop. Okay. I thought that was great. I really liked that. You know, I associate Alpha Wolf, I've only heard like 3 songs of theirs, with hard-hitting, hardcore, fast-paced stuff. And there's some fast-paced moments in that, but it actually had more space and slow groove to it than I expected. And I thought it was fantastic. Really good. Allowed some of the guitar intricacies to shine a little bit more in the spacious moments. Some mad sounds they were getting out of that in the high frequency ranges. But there's also the heavy sort of riffs to back up the impactful smacking in the drums as well. The voices worked really well together, I thought. You know, Holding Absence, they're sort of like a pop rock heavy-ish band to me. And for whatever reason, I've not really connected with them as yet. But the way he was performing his voice in that, with a little bit of the lower gruffness, I thought worked tremendously. And it was a great song. It was kind of catchy, the bits he was doing as well. The repetition of the phrasing really worked. The drummer for Alpha Wolf is fantastic. That was great. The visual, I just found it a little bit horrific. My stomach. But that's a music video thing. The song itself was fantastic. I loved it. And I think it's very easy. Delicious. That was a fucking great song. Well done to Alpha Wolf featuring Holding Absence. Genuinely, my stomach feels a bit sore. I feel a bit unwell. Like, that's just off. Ugh. Anyway, great song though. Okay, next up. Who's next? Let's see. Silent Planet Trilogy. So I'm a big fan of Silent Planet, and I've not heard this song though. 3 minutes 51. Let me get the right aspect ratio for this. I kind of missed it on the last one. There, that's looking better. Okay. So, it's just shy of 4 minutes. I haven't heard a lot of older Silent Planet stuff. I really enjoyed their album Super Bloom and the associated songs. And I heard a song called Panopticon, which I thought was fantastic, but I've not heard Trilogy. So, let's see what this is like. Over to YouTube. And go. Cinematic stuff going on here. Fuck with that. Ooh. There is a bit of tempo and energy to this. I'm interested. Ooh. Wasn't expecting that snare placement. Yeah, buddies. Oh, the snare! Yes. Those are ghost notes. Fuck me, the drum's awesome. That's gorgeous. Who's this guy? The drums are killing it. It's so funky. Oh. This is so well done. God damn. Change the rhythm. This is fantastic. Great voice. Never noticed this singer before. A little band. Or of a bad memory. Possible. Take me there, guys. Where are we going? We're slowing. Oh, I'm getting excited. Good things are coming, I know it.
It's always red. The static in my head, it's always red. The static in my head, it's
Keep building.
always red.
Thank you.
The static in my head, it's always red.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The static in my head.
Oh, my God. Gorgeous. Oh my days. Is that it? Oh, Jesus Christ. No. Did you hate when a page loads right after you hit what you thought the button was going to be? Okay. Do you know what? Like, we're going to get into the song. We might be talking about this. We might be. I thought that was fantastic. Wow. So it had a wonderful variety within there, sonically, rhythmically, performatively, not a word, across the board for all the musicians and the vocalist in that group, right? We had fantastic clean vocals actually from the bassist, which I don't remember seeing or hearing before in Silent Planet. You had the electronic elements, which I've been enjoying from their more recent stuff in there. You had great fucking screen vocals. You had wonderful build-up before that last kind of breakdown. Fantastic. You had a change of tempo in there. The drum beats were so inventive and different. You're not hearing things like that really across the board. Snare placement, lagging behind what you'd expect. Busyness, executed really well. It wasn't just like blast beats. There was rhythmic changes within there that made it interesting, but still packed the punch. And you had slow groove within there as well. It was fucking phenomenal. That's such a good song. Trilogy, goddamn. Silent Planet are experts at this kind of music, man. And I am here for it. So, in terms of rating it, honestly, that blew me away. I thought that was fucking phenomenal. What a song. I can't wait to hear that again. I cannot wait to hear that again. Fucking hell. I'm so annoyed, and this is why I'm doing this long form video now, because it's going to increase the number of songs I can hear per year, because it's easier to do this than the individual video production stuff. And it means I'm less likely to miss out on a song like Trilogy for months until I eventually get time for it, as new music keeps coming in. So what a treat. What a fucking great song. Excuse me. Okay, next up. I mean, I've got a playlist of the songs I'm going through, so you can kind of see at the end of the previous reaction what I'm going to be doing next. This one is Seeing Things. Oh, jeez. Honestly, when the buttons load in after, it's so infuriating. This lazy load stuff is a real problem. Okay, the aspect ratio is fine. Cool, we're ready. Okay, Seeing Things. I've never heard of these folks. Shapeshifter, I guess, is the name of the song. Here we go. So this is my first time. I'm going to do that again because it sounds like I said, so my first time. You're seeing the unedited version of things that happen, which is what, eventually I'm going to try doing this stuff live on Twitch and you'll see all of this madness. Anyway, starting again, this is the first time I will be hearing an artist or band, I don't know, by the name of Seeing Things. The song is called Shapeshifter, and I have no idea what they sound like, which is really exciting. So, it's 3 minutes, 30 seconds long. See what they got. And go. Oh, we're upside down. I did not realize that at the start. It's going to be heavy, isn't it? 7. digital drums so far. Hey man, some tasty guitar sounds in here. That. Interesting. Almost computer generated in its effect. Love that he's got the hi-hat going to his left foot. Oh yeah, buddy. Disco. We might not get clean vocals. Full drum production. We have keys. And it's up there. With a harmony. I like it. Ah, Jesus. Yeah. It's all human input, but it has a kind of robotic effect. It's cool. Lost. Tasty snare. Yeah, double kicks. Here we go. Guitars are doing some tasty things as well here. This dude is so glamorous yet angry looking. The cool aesthetic. Let's hear it. God damn. Oh my god, yes, please, with the hi-hats. Wow. Hey, that was fucking cool. That was fucking cool. Let me stop that a second. All right. Ha. I loved that. When it started, I was like, I don't know, is this going to be just heavy, kind of predictable metalcore vibes? And there were moments early doors I thought that might be the case, but it was a heavier overall sound than a lot of stuff I tend to listen to. There's something about the crunchy lowness of the distortion, and the kick pedal was not warm like I was saying about Dayseeker earlier, but it slapped a bit, and that was very cool. I really liked that. Some really interesting choices were made there, structurally within the phrasing, that completely caught me off guard. Moments where they'd suck everything off. That's a terrible phrase. They'd suck all the music like out, and you just have. Yeah, I love when a band just sucks everything. No, that was surprising to me when you'd have an offbeat before the end of a particular phrase, and everything stops on the same offbeat at the same time. You do it well in the mixing, it reduces the sound to zero, but also in the performance, it's a juddery feel. It catches you off guard, but they almost kind of have it syncopated with a different pattern that then pays off later on. And I really found that towards the end. That very last section, there was a kind of syncopated element to that. So the tempo was the same going one direction, but everything else layered in a different way over the top of it. It was actually really fucking clever. And really sparing the moments on the snare in the kind of heavy, and it got lost a little bit because there was a bunch of kick pedal hits. I lost the rhythm, but then when it comes in, he's on the hi-hats doing like 16ths. It was fucking great. Really creative, really interesting. The scream vocal, I really dug, but there's the more it was repeated during the verses, it started getting a little bit tired of that sound. So very grateful to hear the clean vocals in the chorus. And it was great. It was really high up there, some melody, harmony to match it up as well, which I found immensely satisfying. That was cool. That was a fucking great song. Let's rate it. Here it is. Ready? Delicious. Fantastic. Honestly, I was tempted by Masterpiece. I thought that was so creative and interesting and had a lot of the elements I love in great, surprising new music. So I fucking loved that. Seeing Things are ones to watch based on that. There's depth there, and I'm looking forward to exploring more of that in future. Did you pick up that my stomach just grumbled? Do you hear that? You hear that on the mic? Okay. Next, how are we doing for time? Good, we got more time. Here is Moodring. I've heard one song by them thus far, I believe. Oh, no, pause. We're not ready for you yet. Let me double check that, just so that I am saying truths. I think I've done one song by Moodring before. If I pull up my videos, I'm going to search for Moodring. I want to say they sounded Deftones-ish. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Moodring Black Wave, it was called. I think I liked it. It was a little bit too similar to Deftones' sound for me to totally take it in, as I recall. But we'll see. This will be my second song I've ever heard by them will be this one here. And yeah, check it out. People are talking about these guys a lot, so I'm assuming there's a bit of depth to be enjoyed. Okay. So, this will be the second song I've ever heard by Moodring. I enjoyed the first one. It was very Deftones inspired. And I dug it. But it was very, very Deftones. This one is called, there's an equal sign in the name. How am I supposed to pronounce this? She equals death. She equals death? She equals death? I don't know. But, yeah, creative name. Okay, it's called She equals death. And it goes like this. And go. Interesting. It's speeding up. Oh, it slaps hard. Cool snare sound. It's a very Tala snare. Drum and bass and auto-tune. Wasn't expecting that. Quite fast drum and bass pace. I love the sound of the drums. My kind of snare. Busy kicks. Heavy guitar sound. Not sure about the vocal melodies just yet. They're interesting. That was tasty. I wonder if this is programmed in or if the drummer doing this at a different take. Quite a vocal range. This is growing. It's much less Deftones than the previous. Glad the leading to the snare wasn't that long. It's back. Really interesting. Okay. Bit of ambiance. Well, very interesting song. I liked quite a bit of that. Huh. Well, I mean, certainly different from the previous one, Black Wave. I don't remember that being anything like this. It's been a while since I heard that song, but this was quite different. I was reminded a little bit of Photovision. They happen to be on the same label, as I recall, and probably because of the drum and bass moments in there, some of the vocal delivery, there's a lot of vocal effect that was in that as well, which I was not expecting. Quite subdued at times, but then fucking hell, the slappity slapness of the heaviness when the full acoustic drum kit comes in and the rest of the guitars. And even like in the verse, I want to say, or maybe it was a pre-chorus thing, you had an open hi-hat throughout that, which is kind of rare these days. You'd have a lot of that several years ago in rock, open hi-hat for kind of added, I guess, washy noise. Now, people tend to have verses that have a closed hi-hat. I know we're getting into the details here. So it was nice to hear that, and I like the fact that that juxtaposes really well against the high-frequency pop of their snare sound they've gone for. I like that sound. Some people don't like that kind of snare. They prefer more of a flat thud. I love it when it just goes pop. So that was a delight, and an incredibly creative song. So much variety within there. There were unusual melodies, which I suppose their previous song, that's something the Deftones are very good at. They will pick notes in the sequence that you would not think of. On a first listen, you'd be like, really? Really? We're going here? But as you get familiar with them, it feels like home and it kind of works. And I think this is going to grow. The second time I heard the chorus in this song, I liked it a lot more than the first time. I think it's one of those things. And I'd much rather, this is a statement I don't necessarily agree with. I happen to love as well when music is a grower rather than a first time listen hit. Obviously I love being tickled first time round, but some of my favorite artists are things like Ruben, who first listened to some of their songs, I'm like, I don't know. But once you get familiar with it, I just think it's genius. This could be one of those acts, right? I thought that was fantastic. Really interesting song. And I'm going to say, I found that to be pretty delicious. I did. It was unusual. There were moments where it kind of confused me, songwriting-wise. Not even just like I got lost, but more like, I don't know if this is going to work. But I think it's going to grow. I can hear that happening. And there was enough in there I certainly enjoyed, some heavy breakdown moments and things. And the drum and bass, I thought was a nice flavor. So I'm going to say delicious. I thought it was fucking cool. I definitely am excited to hear some more by MOODRING. They could be ones to watch as well. All right, let's do another one. This next song came out a while ago. It is of MICE MEN, who I like most of their stuff, I'd say. Some of that, they went down a bit of a darker heavy metal path a couple of years ago, and I wasn't quite into that stuff. But then their recent song, Warpaint, was fantastic. So I want to hear this one as well. It's called Castaway. Let's check it out. Let's clear my throat. I'm nearly through my cold. My voice is largely back, which is great. Just got the sniffles. Because I've got 2 young kids, and it's just like, it's a carousel of illnesses you get from the nurseries and the schools. So parents get it all too. It's great fun. All right. Anyway, enough whining. This would be my first time listening to this fairly newish song by MICE MEN. It's called Castaway. It came out late last year. I haven't had a chance to hear it yet, so I'm excited to give it a go now. It is 3 minutes, 38 seconds. And wait. Go! Reminds me of In Me early doors.
Your silence flows through me, cold and quietly, like a river.
Nice.
It gathers at my
Oh, yeah.
feet, and I begin
The break and the riff really works.
to stuck in time in this dark fight. It keeps on growing. Castaway, I'm searching for your signal for a way.
Kind of triumphant.
Some days we all need rescuing.
I love that it's not sampled drums. It sounds legit. Oh yeah.
The river rises.
Also doesn't sound like a snap the grid. There's a looseness to it.
It rises past my knees, and I begin to freeze. I'm trying to find another light, but I can't see it.
Subtle harmony there.
I'm searching for your signal.
Catchy.
Some days we all need rescuing. I'm searching for your signal.
It's almost like is this a double chorus? Or is it the same as the first one? I didn't notice. Tasty chord progression there. We panned right. Old school fucking hard rock sound.
Your silence flows through me, but I fear it's too deep. Please say something.
Back straight into the chorus.
Searching for your signal for a way. You say some days we all need rescuing. I'm searching for your
Some additional vocal lines to add some more depth to it.
days we all need rescuing.
Uh-huh. Pretty harmonics thrown there. Tidy. That was a very tidy song. I really liked it. I don't know if you could tell, I did. You know, I think song structure-wise, it wasn't as creative as they could have done. I was surprised they went, like, they had that nice kind of delicate bridge moment with the more subdued vocal delivery, and they just went straight, just back in the chorus again. Here we go. In my book, they could have tried something a little bit different to go from that one section back in the chorus. Maybe extend the bridge, go somewhere different. But it's a kind of tidy, radio-ready, heavy hard rock song. And I do like those. I'm here for it. I like a good catchy chorus, which that was. Slightly repeated too much, I think, probably for my books. But, you know, I can't be mad at it if it's catchy and I like the sound of it. I'm being overly critical here. I thought it was good. I really liked it. Enjoyed the variety kind of vocal production that was going on in that. It's kind of made it interesting as well. The drums were great. They sounded real. They didn't sound like they were snapped to grid. There was a looseness to it, which I enjoyed. Less sounding loose in the moment where it's like the big multiple tom fill kind of pattern. But it might have just been he was very tight in that place. But I did really like the way the drums were mixed into that. And it's rare to have a chorus like in a hard rock song that sort of sounded like, with double kicks, quite busy throughout most of it. That was fun. I thought it worked. That was a good song. Rating-wise, tricky. It's either solid or delicious is my initial leaning, and I am really struggling because I think song structure-wise and uniqueness and interest in trying to do different things, it's in the solid range. But I like a catchy chorus, and I liked a lot of the moments within there. I think being on the critical end of things, for this, I'm gonna say it's solid. It's a solid song. I liked it. I dug it. I enjoyed it a whole bunch. I don't know that it is elevated to the next level of amazingness. I think Warpaint for me was a slightly more interesting and punching sort of song. This was great. I liked it a whole lot, and I will happily bury that within playlists that I will play regularly and be like, oh shit, yeah. Catchy chorus, really dug it. Fantastic song. I dug it. Okay, how are we doing? Do we have time for one more? There's a song here by it's a song by Aviations. I've heard one of their songs before, and Metal Burb was saying I should check out this song, but it's 11 minutes long, right? That's quite an investment of time. Should we do it? I'm asking, and knowing no one can reply. This is when it's gonna be great when I eventually figure out how to do this live on Twitch. You can respond to the chat and be like, no, let's not do it. Or, okay, yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna go for it. Outliers by Aviations. That ratio is all right. Obviously, it's a square of an album cover because it's just the song itself. But fuck it. Let's give it a go. Okay. So I've heard one song by Aviations already in my life, and I enjoyed it. But it was maybe overly complicated, like a music student's assignment. And funnily enough, they commented on that video saying that original riff that made this song was a college music assignment. So I was right about that, which is pretty fun. This is the second song, though, I've ever heard of them. It's called Outliers. Shout out to Metal Burb, who suggested that I definitely spend the time and check this one out. It's 11 and a half minutes long. Sheesh. Let's take the journey. And go. Really setting the stage for an epic. Very nice. Ooh. Very bright acoustic guitar. Fucking gorgeous. The bass.
Take 1 second to look. Be afraid of what we took. See the light inside. Hurry up.
The bass is really going for it.
A life worth living.
Woo! That's gorgeous. This is joyous. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Ferocious groove. Whoa. drummer and guitarists. And the orchestral element as well is great. The piano's way up. Lovely group harmonies. Wow. The drums are incredibly talented. Like, now the guitar is going busy like the piano did previously. This is insane musicianship. And they're all matching each other. The piano is so well mixed in. It's also adding some of the bassy moments. You hear the pedal. Someone can fucking play. Goddamn. What does it mean? Okay. We've entered a new phase. Xylophone? Hasty hi-hat work. The bass here is great. Wow. Oh. Sir, that bass lick. Ooh. Whoa. The mood has changed. Jazz chords. Uh-huh. Keep changing it. Just so to make it in. Wow. You're losing me a little bit here, Aviations. What the fuck was that? Okay, you're bringing me back in. such a fat floor tom-like sound with the reverb on it. Almost like a timpani. That'd be a timpani.
Holding stories away with arms that we can
Great acoustic guitar sound in that record.
together in harmony. That's how it was when we were meant to be.
Lovely vocal.
Persistent thoughts that tribute to passion from
It's so sophisticated.
passion from you. Passion from you. There goes my
Oh, that's fucking beautiful.
eyes. There won't be a place without sun, with a willing heart to run. There goes my eyes. Second just to see.
Imagine having to play this live. Can it even be done live? With all the orchestral elements.
Spirit has endured this pain for far too long. No accomplishments that signify the end of shaken and mistaken times. Play on thoughts, leave this tame society. But who are we to
Really expressive lead guitar solo. Yep. Drums are doing their thing though. Wow. Okay.
build this soul with hands of steel?
Love the piano backing up that vocal. Obscure harmony to it. There we go. Finally resolved that note. The main chord that hit was slightly off of home. Sort of bent up there by the strings. Epic. Ooh, I like that. They were essentially, I'm assuming there's nothing for the last 2 seconds. Yeah. Pause. They were kind of using mallets on the cymbal, go and then choke it at the end. You can see it at some point. I'm checking out this video. It's a drummer performance there. All right, to the review. How the fuck do you review 11 minutes and 37 seconds? There's too much to talk about, but I will do my best to at least summarize the main things that I was taking from that. Obviously, the musicianship was off the fucking scale, across the board. Incredible piano work, incredible guitar work, drummer is clearly an absolute monster, and the vocals were fantastic. Can't really fault any of that. It was phenomenal. Moments where I loved it melodically and progression of all the elements together. It kind of swelled and it was this glorious soundscape. Moments where there was incredibly busy but satisfying grooves as well. It wasn't like super syncopated madness you couldn't follow and it was frustrating. I thought it was really well kind of honed together. It worked well for me, for my taste. Also, though, moments where I get that thematically they're doing it for a reason. There's a journey of a song, so there's clearly like a danger element where there's a lot of discord and things are not in the same key as each other, and it's kind of a foreboding, uncomfortable sound. It's very movie score soundtracky, and like it's super impressive, but it's not a very satisfying sound. Of course, I know that's the point. But I like to fill as much of the music I enjoy with as satisfying sounds as I can. And I get that you could argue after that, chaotic moment that built for quite a while, there's then more serene payoffs that you could argue aren't as good without the crazy chaotic stuff before that because of the, difference between them. Sure, storytelling-wise, totally makes sense. But I don't gravitate generally. I don't listen to a lot of music that has this level of intensity within it, right? It's sort of that classical music element, right? So when I was in, what was it? I was doing my international baccalaureate and I studied all kinds of music and I did a whole piece about Debussy and La Mer, which is a fantastic 3-song epic. And it's all orchestral music and it's really powerful and amazing. This is kind of like a guitar band doing that sort of long, epic journey, storytelling, powerfulness, and amazingness. And I don't know why, but it's just so much for me. There's like 70 different, and I'm lowballing it. There's 100 different melodic phrases within this. And there are moments where I love the groove they were doing. Like, this is great. I want you to go away from this, then come back to it. And they didn't come back to it. They're just like, that's their prerogative. They're doing a very unique, long journey of a song. But I love some of that satisfying, repeated bits and pieces to come back here and there. And there wasn't a lot of that in here for me. So yeah, I found it just beautiful and impressive, but also frustrating at times. And maybe that was the point. I don't know. But man, I would love these folks who are clearly incredibly sophisticated and talented to write like a 3.5-minute banger of a beautifully harmonious, punchy, groovy pop rock song. I'd love that. Maybe they have. Maybe I just haven't heard it yet. But yeah, that was impressive as all hell. And I enjoyed a lot of that. There was some fascinating stuff going on in it. And in terms of rating it, I have no doubt that their fans would be like, this is a masterpiece. This is their masterpiece. And sure, I can see why that would be the case. It's an incredibly impressive bit of songwriting. It's quite a feat. And I don't know what to rate this thing because for me, again, it's at times it's just too much. I could follow it, but it's like, you don't have to use all the notes. And there were moments where they scaled things back, right? And they were selective in the resolve of the notes that weren't hitting, but I don't know. It's just not really something I gravitate to. I'd rather they take my favorite bits of that and make it a song that I can spin and jam along with. But hey, it's their prerogative. I'm going to say, I don't know. It was really impressive. But, what am I going to do here? I'm really stumbling. Because part of me is like, it's just not for me. It's just not something that I dig. But part of me is going, but it's clearly like a masterpiece of a song. It's an incredibly sophisticated and impressive thing they put together. Maybe it's somewhere in the middle. Is it solid? I can't say that's solid. It's too impressive. And there are moments of deliciousness within there. What am I going to say here? I'm totally confused. It's kind of not really rateable. It's very impressive. Do I get myself out of here and just go like, clearly it's a masterpiece of a song? Don't know. I've never been this conflicted before. I don't know what to do with it. So I'm going to say solid. And I feel wrong about this because it's really incredible what they did. But for me, it's just too much, man. It's too much. I'd love for that to have been half the length. But I get that they couldn't be, because then it wouldn't be the same song, and it was this whole journey it needed to go on, etc., etc. their prerogative. I'm sure their fans adore this, and rightfully so. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's not really quite my thing. But I don't want to say not for me, because there were moments in there I really liked, you know. We're gonna leave it there. I'm gonna say solid overall, as an overall meet in the middle range between moments of masterpiece and moments of not for me. That's kind of, at no point was it halfway decent. I think it was amazing, but I'm gonna say solid. That's gonna be how I'll leave that. Okay, my brain is now fried from what was an epic song, and also the other songs I really enjoyed. That was a fun session. Thank you for watching it. I don't know how much of this you watched. Did you skip ahead to the outro? Who does that? But thank you for watching as much of this video as you ended up doing. Hopefully you found a couple new songs you really like, you're gonna listen to again, or as well, hopefully you learned some new things. Maybe I pointed out something that you hadn't noticed before in a song you already heard, or added some value in another way. Do let me know in the comments if there's things that I've added that you've picked up on. That'd be really nice to hear. And if you aren't subscribed currently and you want to see more videos like this, then do hit the button to do so. Would love to have you here. Thank you for joining me, and perhaps I'll see you in another of these Reactathon videos very soon.